Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video, we're going to write the script for our character selector scene in order to make this scene scalable. So in case you wanted to add more character skins, we'll have to refactor a few things in our skier scene. We're going to start by adding a node 2D to the scene and moving it to the top of the scene tree. Rename it to Skins. Make the male and female sprites child scenes to the new Skins node. Open up the animation player and the death animation and add the same animation to the Skins node that was used for each individual sprite. Then delete the animations for the individual sprites. Start by keying the default value of rotation, and then at the 0.5 mark, we'll set the value to 360. Without animating scale, the sprite will just rotate. Next, we'll key the default value for scale, and then at the 0.5 mark, we'll set the value to 0. And after animating both scale and rotation, we get our regular death animation. Next, we're going to rename the male and female sprites to go by their names instead, so we can have a system in which we can add many characters and identify them easily by name. We're doing this so we only have to animate the skins scene once, no matter how many different characters we will have under the skins parent node. We will also have to rename some of the vars in our code to match these changes, but we'll do that later. Before we get into the character selector script, we have to update the global script with a variable that will keep track of the selected character. Var character name equals empty string. With that out of the way, let's start writing our character selector script. Attach a new script to our select character node. And save it in Scenes UI. We will start with some onReady vars to get access to our child nodes. At onReady var name label equals name label. At onReady var sprite equals characters. Next, we need to create an array that will hold our character names, as well as a variable to keep track of the current array index. Var character names equals Bob, comma, Sally. Var current index equals 0. Next, we're going to create a function that will update the name label and character's sprite node with the selected character by using the character's name array and the current index. Func update character. Name label.text equals character names at index current index. Sprite.frame equals current index. And now we will create our ready function, which we'll call update character. Func ready update character. Now all that's left is to connect our buttons to the scene and fill out the functions. First, Let's connect the pressed signal for our Choose Character button. Inside the generated function body, we will increment the current index to get the next character, and then loop back to the beginning of the array if at the end, using modulo. Here's a quick math breakdown of how it will work. 1a plus 1b modulo 2 equals 0, with 1a being the current index, 1b being the increment value, and 2 being the size of the character name's array. Now let's type it out. Comment out whoosh.play. Current index equals current index plus 1 modulo character names dot size. And then we'll call update character. Okay, now we just have to handle the logic for the confirm button. Let's connect the press signal for our confirm character button. In this function, we will set the selected character's name in the global.characterName variable using the current index from the character name's array, and then change the scene to level 1 with the selected character. Global.characterName equals character names at index current index. Get tree dot change scene to file, and then select the path for level 1. The last thing we have to do is update the skier script so that we show the character that was chosen by the player. We'll do this by checking the global character name var and updating the Bob or Sally sprite visibility depending on which one was chosen. First, let's update our onReady vars to reflect the changes we made earlier. At onReady var Bob sprite equals skins Bob. At onReady var Sally sprite equals skins Sally. Let's remove the code that was using the old var names for now. Then we will create a dictionary to hold the names and onReady vars for our characters. First, we need to declare the dictionary. Var actor sprites equals curly braces. Then we initialize the values for our dictionary in the ready function. Actor sprites equals curly braces, and then inside we're going to put Bob, colon, Bob sprite, comma, Sally, colon, Sally sprite. We're going to create a function that will set the selected character, or actor. Func set actor. For sprite in actor sprites.values, sprite.visible equals false. If global.characterName in actor sprites at index global.characterName.visible equals true. Our setActor function will first set all sprites' visibility to false with the for loop, and then set the selected character's sprites' visibility to true using global.characterName as a dictionary key to access the value, which is the sprite's onReady var. And lastly, before testing, we call setActor in the ready function. Cool, so the character selector is working. However, there is an issue. You might have noticed that our character sprite is no longer animated. We'll need to address this in our skier script. Another thing that needs a refactor is our movePlayer function. We need to separate the movement logic from the animations. Let's create a new function. Func update player animation with a parameter called direction. Var frame equals 1 if direction else 0, and this is ternary syntax. BobSprite.frame equals frame. SallySprite.frame equals frame. And now we just update the movePlayer function by calling updatePlayerAnimation and passing in direction. Time to test the scene. Nice. Animations are working just fine. Sick. Now we can add options for playable characters. In the following video, we will create our bomb scene.